Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Now there's your first look inside of St. Mary's Central High School tonight as we welcome you to our PSP broadcast booth for WDA Girls Volleyball as we get set for the Legacy Sabers at St. Mary's tonight to take on the St. Mary's Saints. Hi again, volleyball fans, alongside Mackenzie Quintus, Todd Domries, here in our PSP Network broadcast booth. Legacy 3-6 on the season. That's a bit of an anomaly. St. Mary's 2-9 on the season. Legacy kind of got hit by the injury bug during the crossover and went 1-5 in that tournament, and since then they've been playing pretty good volleyball.
Yeah, you know, it's tough when you have injuries right away in the season. That can kind of take the wind out of your sails, but I think from what we heard, everyone's healthy now, and I think they're coming around and excited to be playing with each other again.
And I think that as you know, Legacy, in reading some things that Jen Astle said, their head coach, they look at that crossover like preseason. Like they don't put a lot of value on it anyway, so now it's kind of the real season for the Sabers.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of the cool thing about that crossover tournament is like it's just a way to get out there, you know, work on a few different rotations, see what works best, and then just get warmed up for the real season.
And St. Mary's is a team that we talked to Erica Traum, and They need a signature. They need a win. They need somehow to get over a hump right now because they've been in every match they've played, but they haven't gotten that many W's.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've seen St. Mary's play a few times now, and they're in every single game. They're playing so scrappy right now. They're just one hit away sometimes from just taking the game.
This is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car and have a drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Our pregame rolls on. So much more to come. We'll give you our upcoming schedule here on the PSP Network. It's a big week of action for us as we love to promote local athletes here on the PSP Network. We'll dig through the standings in the WDA. We'll have our keys to the game, and we'll get you the lineups and all the particulars for the St. Mary's Saints and the Legacy Sabers. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame after this break on the PSP Network.
Is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces. We will be your partner through the initial design to final construction. Trust the Ackerman Estvold team with your next project.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Todd Dahmer's Mackenzie Quintus back at St. Mary's Central High School in Northwest Bismarck. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We know you're busy. When you visit our service center, we don't waste our time or yours. Our technicians can perform a full service oil change in about 15 minutes. I checked out the Valvoline Instant Oil Change location on Ottawa Street in North Bismarck just recently, and it is exactly like they advertised. 15 minutes in and out of that place. I absolutely loved it. So
can't beat that.
Yeah, thanks to the folks over there, and thanks to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame tonight. All right, fans, time now for our WDA standings, and they look like this as Century leads the way. They're unblemished in conference play. They got a double counter the other day against Watford City. Bismarck High, Jamestown, Dickinson, and Legacy all have not lost in conference play. These other teams have played more than Legacy has, just 2 conference games so far. And then Watford City, Minot, Williston, Turtle Mountain, St. Mary's, and Mandan round out the conference standings right now. And you look at the schedule tonight, Mackenzie, and obviously you got Legacy at St. Mary's here, Minot's at Watford City. And then a couple matchups, Williston at Mandan and Century at Jamestown, and then you've got Bismarck. I got a typo there, I apologize for that. But Bismarck and Dickinson are playing as well, and so you get the top 4 teams in the conference standings playing, so we're going to figure some things out here in the next couple days here in the WDA.
Yeah, things are going to shake up, or find their home and see where everybody lands, and then go from there.
Yeah, the Bismarck at Bismarck on Thursday. That's a typo. That is your that's your operator error. My part. That's my bad. It should be Bismarck at Dickinson on Thursday. So Century at Jamestown tonight. That's a keynote game, the WDA, and then you got Bismarck at Dickinson on Thursday, and then of course Legacy here at St. Mary's tonight. We mentioned Legacy, not so impressive in the crossover, but man, after the conference season has started here, they've picked up wins and they've done it in convincing fashion. They haven't lost a set, and so the Sabres are rolling right now.
Yeah, they definitely are. I got to see them play against Mandan the other night, and they were in sync.
Yeah. And St. Mary's, as we mentioned, they're 2-9 and 0-4 in the conference, but they've played Century, they've played Jamestown, they've played Dickinson, they've played all the upper echelon teams, and so St. Mary's is going to turn this thing around at some point in time, and we'll find out if it's tonight against the Legacy Sabers, because they've been very close. There's your WDA standings and our upcoming schedule. Of course, you got Thursday night action for you on the PSP Network, St. Mary's at Minot. And let's dig in right away to our upcoming PSP schedule. As you got St. Mary's and Legacy tonight. You've got Jamestown and Minot boys soccer this evening. Thursday night, St. Mary's up in Minot for volleyball. And then on Friday night, doubleheader football. Should be a couple good ones in the capital city. Minot comes to town to take on Century, and Bismarck High, fresh off a win over Davies, will tangle with the Legacy Sabers. There's your week here on the PSP Network. All right, fans, our Valvoline Instant Oil pregame show rolls on. We come back and we're going to dig into the keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. We'll do that as we get closer to the first serve, the anthem, the prayer, and all the other particulars here at St. Mary's Central High School. Should be a good matchup tonight. The Saints and the Sabres. More after this break on the PSP Network.
Your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Nice crowd has filed into St. Mary's Central High School tonight. Tony Wald Court is the venue here in Northwest Bismarck for WDA Volleyball tonight. The Legacy at St. Mary's to take on the Saints. This is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They got locations in Minot and Bismarck, and you can find them online at VIOC.com. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I like the crowd. We commented about this the last time we did a WDA matchup last week or the week before, and these WDA student sections bring it.
They totally bring it, and sometimes I think my girls, when they come to these games, love the student section more than the game. Especially when it's a Bismarck versus Bismarck team. Those students, they make it so fun, and that's so fun as a player too, when you got a crowd and your friends that are into it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it's all about, right?
For sure.
All right, it's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They got 25 years experience as your heating and air experts, your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. You can find them online at northern-plains.com. All right, Mackenzie, we see right away the key to the game for the the St. Mary's Saints signature. We talked about it. They need a win over somebody like a Legacy to just kind of kickstart their season, which is kind of in neutral right now.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, you mentioned, I forgot about this game, but they had a signature win about this time, or maybe a little bit later in the season, but came out 3-0, and that just catapulted the rest of their season. They just started playing well and made it to state, and you're right. They need a win under their belt to get their confidence going and to remind themselves that they can do this, they can win.
Yeah, and you mentioned that October 13th last fall here at St. Mary's, the Saints came away with a 3-0 win over Legacy, and it just kind of propelled the Saints to some momentum that carried on to the WDA tournament, took them all the way to the state tournament, and that's exactly what St. Mary's looking for tonight. Maybe even more than that, get off to a good start.
Yeah, we've talked so many times about how volleyball is such a game of momentum. It's a game of runs, and it's hard to dig yourself out of a hole when you get behind like that. So come out strong, be confident, and just come out on top right away, and then you're not digging out of that hole.
There's your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game for St. Mary's, and for Legacy, focus.
Yes.
They need some laser focus today because it's homecoming week, and that brings a lot of distractions.
A lot of distractions and a lot of fun, Todd. Yeah. That's the fun thing about a fall sport. You got homecoming in there, but it also is a lot of distractions, and you got to focus, especially against a team like St. Mary's. Like I had mentioned before, their defense has been so good. You don't know. You think the ball might be dead, and it's coming right back over. If you're not focused, that ball, you're celebrating before the ball even gets over. And so, yes, I think focus is important, especially during homecoming week.
Well, and Legacy also has, this is kind of one of those sandwich games.
Yeah.
Because staring them in the face on Thursday is their crosstown rival, the Century Patriots. And so that focus could be not only homecoming week, but focus on the game tonight, not necessarily that Patriot matchup come Thursday.
Yep, that's a really good point, and that can easily happen.
All right, there's your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They're your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. And Northern Plains Heating and Air, find them online at northern-plains.com. All right, while we have a second here, Mackenzie, I want to show you folks a little bit of something about the Our Lady of Victory Chapel here at St. Mary's Central High School. There's a choir loft view, and you can see a shot of the altar. If you haven't had a chance to check this out, you can set up a tour with the folks at the St. Mary's Central Academy, Central High School here. And the murals, the painting, the architecture, there you get a look at the south side Saint windows, the stained glass windows, the ceiling, the detail and the level of detail is there. Now you see your north side Saint windows, those stained glass windows in there. And maybe one of the unique features of the Our Lady of Victory Chapel is if you're a St. Myers alumni, you can get married there.
Yes, I have heard that, yes.
Otherwise, it's just the normal course of business, their typical mass that they have for the students and whatnot. But I thought that was cool, that if you're a St. Mary's alumni, that you can choose to have your wedding there.
Yeah, I think it's really neat, too. And if you get a chance, I've seen the chapel. It's beautiful. It's unlike anything in Bismarck or anywhere probably close by. If you get a chance, take it.
All right, the two teams have made their way to their respective huddles. That'll put almost a wrap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame, as they know you're busy. When you visit their service center, they don't waste your time or ours. Our technicians can perform a full service oil change in about 15 minutes at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Take a short anthem break. We'll come back, and we're going to set those starting lineups for the St. Mary's Saints tonight. They'll be the home team and the visiting Legacy Sabers. And Then we're going to have our first serve tonight from St. Mary's Central High School. More after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food reward program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one, okay. I right 40 power?
No.
You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here, let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Back in our Valvoline and Instant Oil Change pregame show, and there you get a look at the Legacy Sabers being announced tonight. Here's some of the particulars. You got a high-flying sophomore, Cambry Volk, as an outside hitter for Legacy. Brooklyn Sand Libero is a senior. Leads the team in digs. Leah McPherson, just a quality player, smart outside hitter. Reese Dukeshire, she did it all last year for the Sabres. This year has kind of just settled into that setting role in that 5-1 offense for the Sabres. Ava Hansel is a back row player for Legacy. Maddie Herzog gets some good time on that front line. Gracie Klein, right outside and middle hitter, and Brooklyn Felkley, some of the key participants for head coach Jen Astle in her 11th season for the Legacy Sabres. For St. Mary's, Addison Kukowski and Sophia Schlinger will share the setting duties. Ashlyn Schumacher, Lily Kunin, Julia Barch in the back row. Lexi Gerving is the leader in kills and digs in just about every category for St. Mary's. Michaela Klein. Matea Messers, I think, a gal that St. Mary's wants to get going, along with Summer Schweitzer in that front line. And we mentioned Grace Grimm, the libero. All that for their head coach, Erica Traum, in her 4th season at the helm for the St. Mary's Central Saints. I still call them St. Mary's Central, even though they're not even in the center of town anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that a lot as well, too.
All right, that'll put a wrap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, and then we transition to live game action here from St. Mary's Central. How important is the start tonight, you think, for St. Mary's?
It's really important because I think the way that Legacy's been playing, if you don't come out strong and you get down, it's going to be really hard to dig out.
St. Mary's gets their first sub in there as they get Schweitzer, Klein, Kunin, Gerving, Kukowski, and Messer. And then they'll rotate in Grace Grimm for Messer in that back row. Legacy's going to counter with Felkley, Klein, Severson, Dukeshire, McPherson, and Herzog out there up until the point in time that Sand is going to rotate in here. Always takes a second for that down official to get everything sorted out. That's a science that I have not mastered yet, that whole rotation.
Yeah,
that down official has to keep track of.
And that's the perfect way to put it, is a science. There's a lot of technicalities. You got to make sure everybody's in the right spot, starting in the right spot.
Hi, fans. We have a second. We can tell you that Minot State is proud to bring you tonight's game. Best way to create your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire at Minot State. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. You can contact them at minotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. Reese Dukeshire, one of the leaders in aces last season in the WDA, serves it up. Free ball for the Sabres to get going. Severson will rise and miss hit. An attack error for Legacy.
This is a good opportunity for St. Mary's to come out. They got 1 point on the board already. Reese is a really good server, so they're out of that rotation to take advantage of an error by Legacy.
Julia Barch, the senior, gets the call from Coach Traum and fires one out across. Dig by Severson, set by Dukeshire, pushed over by Herzog. Grimm gives it to Gerving. Oh, what a play there by Sand. The one-handed save. St. Mary's has a chance. Set by Kukowski, wide for Gerving, tools the block.
That was a really pretty set there by Kukowski. That was in the sweet spot for Lexi, and she had a great approach. She went up and she was able to use her strength to go through Legacy's block.
St. Mary's on top 2-zip. One of the nuances of our scoreboard here at St. Mary's is it trails about a point behind. So it shows 1-zip on your scoreboard right now, but it's one behind. Oh, there's an overpass, and Maddie Herzog did not miss it.
Yeah, she wasn't going to miss that one. It was just right into her hands.
Herzog puts that down with ease. As we mentioned, it's now 2-1. St. Mary's on top of Legacy. That will show up that way as soon as the next point is scored. So it's just one of those subtle nuances that has to happen sometimes. Serve goes wide for Legacy's Ava Hansel. And the service error will give St. Mary's a 3-1 lead on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Schweitzer will serve it. Klein gets it to McPherson, and that's going to sail along. And a couple errors here early on for the Sabres. Has set St. Mary's on top 4-1. Dig by Sand, set by Dukeshire, roll shot. Nobody home as McPherson, nicely done there for Legacy.
Yeah, she did a good job of rolling right in the middle, and St. Mary's is gonna, there's a couple girls looking at each other. Are you taking it? Am I taking it? They need to figure that out.
Was that the you got it, I'll take it?
Yeah, that looked like it to me.
Herzog will serve it. Gerving digs it. Set to Gerving. Tip cross down.
She's got a big block up there, and she did a good job of just using those hands and just tooling it off a little bit.
St. Mary's going to Lexi Gerving early here, and that has paid dividends this season for the Saints. Ashlyn Schumacher, the senior. Knuckleball serve, dug out by the Sabres, set by Dukeshire. Klein returned to sender. Now a push shot to the corner. McPherson, that's dug out of there nicely by Grimm. Roll shot for Gerving. Felkley dumps it over, and I think they got Felkley with the double hits.
Yeah, I think that kind of just came into her hands and she wasn't necessarily expecting it and just kind of tried to swoop it over and wasn't clean.
Well, and an early timeout maybe to attend to the focus here for the Legacy Sabres, one of our keys to the game. Timeout brought to you by Hubbard National Insurance. You can contact them today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Saints on top, 6-2 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Set one action continues from St. Mary's after this break on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Out of the Jen Astle timeout, St. Mary's at the service line. Schumacher does the honors. Tipped across by Klein, set by Schlinger. Messer goes sideline, and it's wide. Now the Sabres will send in Callie Donauer. The senior, man, she's got a lot of things by her name. DS, RS, and S.
Well, that's not a bad thing to have a lot of things behind your name. It means you're a player that they can trust to put it anywhere. And you got to have those.
Brooklyn Sand couldn't control that one on the tip across once again by Messer. That's one thing about Matea Messer. She finds those corners on those push shots.
Yeah, she really does a good job of, when she's going for the option to push, she uses those corners, and that's key.
Schlinger will set it up, middle swing, Messer, ring it up.
That was nice. That's what St. Mary's needs. They need to get her going on the offensive side. When they can get her going on top of their defense, they're going to be scoring a lot more points.
Matea Messer just hammered that one. Now Gerving is stacking them at the line. 8-3, St. Mary's on top. Dukeshire just pushes it to the corner. Gerving sets it up. Schlinger in system. Here comes Kunin off the block.
And Kunin does a good job too. When she gets a good approach, when she gets her hands up there, she can swing it pretty hard. That time, it was, she wasn't swinging as hard, but she was able to use Legacy's block.
I think Jen Astle just kind of grabbing for straws here, finding something to sweep the floor maybe as she's going to bring in Cambry Volk just to kind of change it up, and a little timeout that's not a timeout. Yep, Saints on top, 9-3. Sand with the dig off the Gerving serve. Back set, Felkley goes down the line. Gerving digs it out. Grimm sets it up. Kunin with confidence bumps it over, and then Messer cleans it up.
That was nice. And that almost looked like she hesitated just a little bit, but she still hit that so hard. If she takes that out, that's gonna be a hard hit ball.
I like the approach and the swing there by Kunin too. That was as confident as we've seen her.
Yes.
In the couple games we've done St. Mary's. And now you get a lift and a carry on Legacy. McPherson back on, Volk off. And a nice run here for the Saints. They lead 11-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard before the service error by the senior Lexi Gerving. Let's see if Liam McPherson, the senior, can get Legacy headed in the right direction here. 11-4, Saints on top. This time Messer didn't get on top of that one enough, and it went way long.
No, yeah, I think she was a little underneath it, and it needed a little more snap from the wrist.
McPherson with the right hand serve. Gerving dig, set by Schlinger, goes wide to Kunin. Paintbrushes it, and a dig by Sand. Here comes Severson, tip, good spot.
That was a great spot. St. Mary's was playing back a little bit. Severson can hit the ball hard. I don't blame them. But if she starts tipping, they're going to need to come up and pick up those balls.
Couple in a row for Legacy has cut that lead to 11-6 for St. Mary's. And McPherson goes long on the service error. Grace Grimm will toe the line and put the serve in play for St. Mary's. Set one, Saints have doubled up Legacy 12-6. Dukeshire, back set, Felkley, nice dig by Gerving, set up by Grimm, pushed over by Schlinger. Free ball for Legacy. Dukeshire goes corner, Grimm has it, nice pass, wide now to Cunin. Paintbrush shot, cleaned up by Sand. Now a pushover by Severson. Good rally here. Cunin again. Sails it into the Legacy bench.
That was a great rally. There's a lot of really good defense on that rally, and Cunin's going to get this. She'll snap it down, and it'll be in.
Brooklyn Sand, her older sister Brina Sand, had a great game for the BSC Mystics last night in a win over State College of Science. Oh, what a dig by Sand, right on cue. Schweitzer from the middle hit the tape.
Going back to Sand, that was like textbook pancake dig right there. You know, it was so clean, and those are so fun to see.
Brooklyn Sand goes short with the serve. Grimm dug it out. Cunin off the block. Into the net. Sand pushed that one too far on the initial pass. Hey fans, today's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Today's game also brought to you in part by the UPS store in South Broadway in Minot. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. Kukowski with the line drive serve. Dukeshire, high flying Severson, jousted at the net. Klein and Schweitzer there. Grimm with a dig now for the Saints, and it's going to be a point for Legacy. Double hit. Well, Legacy, you know, they were down early, but they've righted the ship here and are right back in set one.
Yes, they are. They've had a couple good rallies, and they won those ones and right back in it.
Dukeshire set. Klein goes to the push. Almost an overpass. And they say Legacy was in the net. As Gracie Klein just got a little bit of too much of that one for Legacy. It was laying on top of the net. Schweitzer right there, and Legacy into the nylon for the tape, in the tape for the point for the Saints. Barch, oh, tough serve. Good dig by Sand. Dukeshire to Severson. Graham almost got a piece of it. No, they save it, do the Saints. Push shot, oh, almost a facial as another overpass. Went right to Gerving. Good save by Legacy. Gerving again, this one off the top of the block for the point.
Two in a row in that one that came over the net. I could just, Lexi hit that so hard, and Legacy did a really good job of getting it up, and she was able to, she wanted that one back. She went up on that second ball that was set to her and used the hands really well.
I think I said this last time, but Lexi Gerving swings hard. And there's an ace for the senior, Julia Barch. St. Mary's flexing more muscle here in set one. The lead now 16-9. Advanced Today's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Sand digs. Dukeshire bumps, and now a free ball for the Saints. Kukowski goes middle to Schweitzer. And she was in the net, just barely. It was a great shot. She just couldn't stay out of the bottom of the net.
Yeah, it was a great shot, and I was going to be shocked if she was able to stay out of the bottom of the net, but she tried.
It wasn't a lot, but she did nudge it.
And it might have been, I guess I didn't get a good look if her feet went over the line at the bottom too.
They did.
Yeah.
Ava Hansel with the serve. Middle swing for Klein. Dig out by the Sabers. Push shot by McPherson. Kukowski now goes to Gerving, who cranks it up. Block was set up nicely for the Sabers. Gerving again. And gonna get a double on the Saints. Back and forth we go. St. Mary's stacks a few, Legacy stacks a few. Hansel rifles the serve. Bartsch with a dig. Schweitzer blocked by Legacy for a point. Maddie Herzog right there along with McPherson. That's one thing, you know, the other gal for the Sabres, Maddie Herzog is around the action a lot. You know what I mean? She's just involved in a lot of quality plays for Legacy.
Yes, I totally agree on that. She gets up there, she puts up a good block with her partners. She's a quality player for the Legacy Sabres.
And Klein took one off of the Gerving block, and here comes Legacy, now down 16-13. Hansel has stacked quite a few here for Legacy. Gerving has a hard time with it, tried to be saved by Grimm, and it's going to be an ace for Ava Hansel. And Erica Traum asks for and receives a Hub International Insurance timeout. Your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell, Michael Borman, you can contact them at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. Good run brewing here for Legacy. Set one action, 16-14. St. Mary's on top, Legacy hard charging. We're back with more of set one after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country, we know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Well, volleyball is a game of runs, a game of momentum. It's been very evident here in set one.
That's right, and it's, you know, kind of gone both ways. St. Mary's has had a pretty big lead in part of this game because they've had a lot of runs, and now Legacy's digging out, and they've had some good runs as well, and they've brought it back into a two-point game.
Hansel, overpass for Bartsch, kept alive by St. Mary's. Klein somehow got that back over the net. Bartsch got a hand on it. Grimm sets it up. Klein sends it over. Free ball for Legacy. Set wide. McPherson, return to sender.
That was a great block, and that's just what St. Mary's needed coming out of a timeout there is, you know, something exciting, a block right back into Legacy's court. Now is their chance to, you know, get a couple points on their serves.
Summer Schweitzer and Michaela Klein tag team on the block for the Saints. They lead by 3, 17-14. Back set. Klein rolls it over into a good spot. The campfire, as you called it a couple weeks ago, Mackenzie, and that's a point for Gracie Klein for Legacy. 17-15. This one feels like it's going extra points in set one.
You know, you could totally be right.
Bartsch with a good first pass, second touch. Klein rifles it wide, an attack error for the Saints.
I think Seth was just a little off the mark on that one. She looked like she was ready to go in for an approach, and it was a little long and wasn't able to keep it in the court.
Maddie Herzog. Line drive serve. Gerving.
Oh my goodness. That was pretty.
With authority.
Yeah, that set was so perfect for Lexi. She went up so high and just slammed that ball down. That was fun to see.
St. Mary's on top 18-16. Schumacher. Ashland has the serve. Dukes her jump set. Felkley, ooh, a lot of leather on that one, and it's going to be a kill for the 6'3" middle, Brooklyn Felkley, who, oh, by the way, is headed to South Dakota State to play basketball. She's an early commit there as a junior.
She's been fun to watch this year. You know, she was fun to watch as a sophomore last year, but, you know, as a sophomore, that's kind of young in, you know, in this very competitive WDA. And I feel like she's grown a lot. Now, just as a junior, this is exciting because we get to watch her for another year.
Dig by Schumacher, set by Schlinger. Gerving off the block. Nice play. Felkley and Dukeshire deny Gerving, and we're tied at 18. Excellent set one here. Good to have you on the PSP Network tonight. We like to promote local athletes. You can find and follow us on our social media channels of Twitter and Facebook. Lexi Gerving goes to the roll shot. Nice play by Donauer. Pushed across by Dukeshire, and Legacy has a lead.
St. Mary's is a little out of system here. Dukeshire does a good job of knowing when to use. Wasn't necessarily a dump. She two-hand pushed it over, but St. Mary's is usually picking those ones up, and they're just a little out of system.
Donauer, oh, just long.
That was close.
That was close because that had some late drop on it.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be way long. And there's your line judges tonight, Asia Gross and Chelsea Crom, as you described.
Yes.
Gerving with the serve. We're tied at 19. Backslide for the middle Felkley. Cleaned up by the Saints. Middle swing Messer. Nope, she pushes it. McPherson, nice play to close up the donut, and a miss hit. As Hanzo got the fingertips on that one, and that was all, and it's a point for St. Mary's. 20-19 Saints. Gerving goes deep. Set on the money. And McPherson will two of the block from the near side.
That's one thing that I am really impressed with McPherson. She does a good job of going line. That's not always easy to do as an outside hitter, is to go down that straight line, and she does a good job of turning the ball.
20-20, we're getting our money's worth in set one. Schlinger will go back set. Messer, into the net. Now Legacy crawls back up on top by a point, 21-20. McPherson with the serve. Kunin cleaned up by McPherson. Sievertson didn't get all of that one. Back to Kunin. Roll shot. Donauer has it. Dukeshire sets it. Sievertson winds up. Blocked. 1-2. 3 touches by the Sabers to save it. Messer. Oh, and another big dig. McPherson got it. Sand. Now Felkley pushes it over. The double hit. Oh, baby.
Oh, what an exciting rally, and I'm kind of to end on that, but some good blocks, some huge hits. That was fun to watch.
21-21 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints and the Sabers tied up in set one. Donauer couldn't handle it, and an ace for Grace Grimm.
Good for her. I love to see liberos come back there and get an ace in a game like this.
Saints by a point, 22-21. Grimm does the honors again. This time she goes short. McPherson touch one, touch two. Felkley with touch three rings the bell. 22-22. Brooklyn Sand serves it up to Gerving. Schlinger, middle swing for Schweitzer off the block, saved by Sand, set up and pushed for Sievertson. Schlinger will go to Kunin. Oh, just long. Lily Kunin with the attack error, and it gives Legacy a lead, 23-22. Back and forth in set one, Sabers by a point. Sand. Schlinger will go middle. Schweitzer rolls it. Oh, just got it over the net. Pushed by Dukeshire. Set up by Schlinger is going to go wide to Kunin. Rises and a dig by McPherson. Dukeshire sets. Sievertson with a lot of leather. Gerving has it. Now to Kunin again. Yes.
That was a great hit by Kunin. And you could tell when she was going up on that approach, that was a ball that was a bump set from across the court, but she had her timing down just right, and she slammed that ball down. This is a good opportunity for St. Mary's to come in and finish this game now.
Addie Kukowski back to the service line. We're tied at 23. Donauer. Dukeshire has it. Sievertson from the back row. A lot of time for St. Mary's to get that one. Set by Schweitzer, didn't get a good one. Cleaned up by Dukeshire. Checked out McPherson. Now Sievertson with the miss hit. And now you get a serve pro set point for St. Mary's. And a timeout on the floor. Legacy wants to talk about it. A good set one here on the PSP Network. Hub International Insurance timeout. They're a leading North American insurance brokerage. Legacy by, check that, St. Mary's by a point. 24-23, St. Mary's on top. The conclusion of set one after this break on the PSP Network. That's been a great set one. Is St. Mary's, we mentioned our scoreboard earlier, we apologize for that. It lags a point behind. We don't know why. So right now, St. Mary's is on top 24-23. And the Saints will serve it up with Kukowski. The junior center for the Saints. Legacy needs a side out to send us into extra points here in set one. Jen Astle calls up a side out play, but they don't even need it. The service error gives the point to Legacy, and we're tied at 24.
Point to Coach Astle on that one. Take a timeout, ice the server.
Yep. That's those wily coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Dukeshire, a knuckleball serve, ace. And she does that with regularity. She's got over 100 career aces. And now St. Mary's wants to talk about it. Erica Trom, see if she can pull the same timeout magic as Jen Astle just did. Hub International Insurance timeout on the court. They're located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. We come back. Legacy on top by a point, 25-24 here in set one.
The way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
That's been a good one. Minot State brings you tonight's game with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing in their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Legacy by a point, 25-24. It's a Serve Pro set point. Serve Pro, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Legacy staved off a set point earlier. Let's see if the Saints can do it as well. Dukeshire with a good serve. Dig by Grimm, set by Kukowski. Schweitzer goes sideline. Set by Dukeshire, cleaned up by Kunin. Back to Kunin. Rolls it over. Legacy for the set. Severson got a piece of the block. Kukowski will go to Kunin. Severson picks it up. Dukeshire, now a free ball for the Saints. They can tie it at 25 with a point. They go middle to Schweitzer. Oh, rifled out the block. And the block party wins it in set one for Legacy. A great first set goes the way of the Sabers. Set one to Legacy, 26-24. Come back with set two after this break on the PSP Network.
You need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire & Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire & Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, we got our money's worth here in set one. Legacy takes it 26-24. Coming back late, they staved off one set point, and then when they had a set point, they capitalized. Did the Sabers. Fans Minor after the game, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Keep you looking your best. You can check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Also, as part of our post game, have our move of the game brought to you by Jombers Moving and Storage. Help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. I wonder if we're having a hard time resetting the scoreboard here, because it looks like it is temporarily frozen up.
I think you might be onto something. I think St. Mary's is probably like, get it off.
Yeah, we're done with set one.
Yeah, let's move on.
We have turned the page. Well, in case you're wondering, we have nothing to do with it. We just take whatever's on the scoreboard and we ingest it into our live stream. That's my technical term, ingest.
I like it.
Into our live stream.
For us that are ITD, not, in the know.
All right, there we go. We're now into set two, and it's 0-0. There we go. St. Mary's, let's see if they can rebound. They came with a lot of energy, just couldn't close the deal in set one, did the Saints. Kukowski might have an ace. Nope. Yep, she does. Boy, everybody for St. Mary's is thinking, oh, when we were up 25-24, why couldn't we have that one happen? Because the same gal was at the service line.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right.
Kukowski, the senior, serves it up. Dig by Hansel. Swing, and a big swing, but it hits the antenna for Aaliyah McPherson. That's the proper term, right? The antennae? The antenna?
Yes.
The antennae? Is it singular? Antenna? Antennae?
Well, she only hit one.
So it would be hitting the antennae? The antenna?
Antenna. I think it's the antenna. She only hit one of them, so I'm going to say it's just antenna.
This is like us talking about uniforms last week. Both these teams go to the long sleeves. Well, guess not, as you got Legacy.
Yeah, they got the short sleeve.
They got the short sleeve with few having the sleeves. Oh, good spot. Might have been tipped too, but Summer Schweitzer paid dividends there for St. Mary's. And the Saints on top quickly 3-0. Just like they jumped out of the gates in set one. St. Mary's on top here in set two. Hansel, check that, Herzog paintbrushes it over, and attack error there for Klein, for Michaela Klein, the senior for St. Mary's. Gives Legacy their first point. Legacy on top 1-0. Klein with an overpass. Kukowski couldn't read it and hit the net, stayed on the St. Mary's side. Point for Legacy. And this is a gal you want to get off the service line if you're St. Mary's. If you want Legacy, if you're a Legacy fan, you want Dukeshire up there all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. She has such a nice serve. I remember that from last year. She just would get up there and rattle off 4 or 5 points for the Legacies.
Yeah.
Or for the Sabers.
She finished last year, did Reese Dukeshire, top 4 in the WDA in aces, and now she goes to the float. Grimm handles that one on touch one. Kunin misfires. And just like that, Legacy has a lead, 4-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Reese Dukeshire this time goes to the hard serve. Kukowski, Klein pushes it over. McPherson winds up and gets it down to the court.
Yeah, she had a pretty wide open net on that one. She wasn't going to miss it.
Well, this is that This is that rotation that slowed St. Mary's down in set 1 when you got Lexi Gerving on the back row.
Yep, she's we've talked about this before. Lexi's definitely their go-to girl, and I'd love to see one of either Kunin or Summer Schweitzer, just get in there and get gritty and hit the ball really hard and become the go-to girl in this rotation.
Dukesher's stacking them up here. Rifle serve there. Kukowski sets it wide. Oh, nice play. And it's going to be a point for the Saints, as that was a tough shot there for Michaela Klein with her back to the net.
Yeah, I don't know how she got that in, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be outside the antenna, and then she cut it.
Yeah.
Perfectly. 6-4 Legacy on top on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Julia Barch serves it up. Dukesher sets, swing for Herzog, blocked by the Saints. Dukesher sets it up again. This time McPherson rolls. Grimm digs. Kukowski goes wide. Gerving, bang, but it goes wide and long. Legacy leads by 3, 7-4. Legacy's got the serve dialed up right now. As you got Dukesher back there doing her thing, and now Aaliyah McPherson joining the serve party, and it's another ace for the Sabres.
Yeah, I think traditionally I think they've been a very aggressive serving team, and they're definitely coming out and doing it this way. And even that serve right there went out of bounds, but St. Mary's had to, well, I think one of them maybe swung at it and missed. But, sometimes serving aggressively, sometimes you miss, but if you make the other team have to make a decision, sometimes they make the wrong one, and it comes in your favor.
Good serve by Schweitzer, and Herzog hit it wide. Yeah, is that a service error or a serve receive error if you swing and miss and it goes long?
That would be service error, and it's lucky if you swing and miss.
Bartz with a dig. Klein hit the antenna. Hasn't been a clean set 2 for St. Mary's. They came out of the gates rocking in set 1. See if they can find some of that mojo, as Legacy has not lost a set in conference play. Kaylin Kraft with the serve for the Sabres. She bumps it up. Back row attack from McPherson. Nicely done.
She was able to, she got that over the net, and as we saw, it went into the net a little and went over. And sometimes as a defensive player for St. Mary's, those balls sail a little further than you think when they touch the net.
10-6, Legacy leads by 4. Kukowski sets, Messer got a lot of that one. Overpass, dig by Barch, back set, Klein down the line. Donauer sends it over for the Sabres. Gerving, big hit, blocked by Felkley and Klein. Pushed by Messer, nobody home.
That was a great sight by Messer to see, Legacy had all shifted over to cover for, their blockers because the ball was going to the outside. It went to the middle hitter, but she was more on the outside, and she saw that the far corner was open, and she does, like we mentioned before, she does a good job of really pushing the corners.
I would say that at least a third, maybe 40% of Matea Messer's kills have been on those corner pushes.
Yep.
Schumacher, the nice serve for the Saints. Dukesher bump set, tipped over by Severson. She's went to the tip nicely today as the senior Hallie Severson.
Yep, she could see she had two pretty big, Matea Messer's a big blocker. She came over, and Hallie probably saw that. She's like, I've got a big blocker in front of me. I'm going to use the tip.
Callie Donauer will serve for Legacy, and it goes wide. That'll get Grandpa Mickey Jordan back in his seat. Grandpa goes, oh, come on.
You know her, Grandpa?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Of course you do. But yes, missing your serve will get your grandpa fired up.
Yes, it will.
Been there, done that.
I got a story about Mickey Jordan. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Oh, nice block by the Sabres. Dig by Gerving, Kunin, and Schlinger sends it over. Dukesher will come to Sievertson. Bang, as Gerving cleans it up. Grimm just has to push it. Donauer sets it. Tip by Dukeshire. Another dig by Gerving. Middle push for Messer. Sand has that one. Touch 2. Felkley, that might have been long. Grimm saved it anyway. Now you get Gerving saying, I go, I go. Dukeshire will go middle. Felkley into the net. Point for the Saints. No, Mickey Jordan and I have something in common.
Okay.
That's called the broadcasting tease right there.
Oh. You got me on the edge of my seat.
Legacy by a couple. Big hit. Boy, McPherson is feeling it right now.
Yeah, again, from the, she's not in the back row, but she was almost in the back row when she hit that. And it hit the tape again, and it kind of just sailed over. And again, St. Mary's wasn't able to get that one.
And when you're a hitter and you got confidence, man, it just looks different, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Hansel puts it in play. Kunin tipped by Felkley, and then Felkley, he just can't coach 6'3", and she was above the net and just tipped it over.
Yeah, that didn't take much for her to, well, first of all, get above the net, but she was able to kind of very sneakily just tip it over because she's already way up there.
Legacy by 4, 13-9. Sabres looking to go up 2-0. Donauer with a nice dig. McPherson goes to the line. Grimm saves it. Kunin off a block and touched a couple times by Legacy, including one that was against the rules.
Yeah, it wasn't very clean on that one, but they were giving it a try, and sometimes you get away with it, so you don't give up on it.
Legacy by 3, 13-10. Grace Grimm, nice dig by Felkley. That's not her forte. Schweitzer rolls it, cleaned up by Hansel. Dukeshire goes to McPherson, and a tip. It went long. Line judges say there was a tip by the Saints. Another kill for Aaliyah McPherson. Schumacher can handle the serve and an ace. Brooklyn Sand. Brooklyn Sand will put it into play again. First pass by Gerving, second one by Schlinger. Kunin, big hit, and Lily Kunin has a kill. Makes it 15-10 in favor of Legacy. Addie Kukowski will come in and serve. Hey fans, Minot State brings you tonight's game. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State University. It's coach is talking about something with the down judge, so it gives us a chance to tell you that today's game also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to see your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. And we'd be remiss if we didn't tell you that after our game, we'll have our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame. Planning Team Financial Advisors, helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Upcoming volleyball action here on the PSP Network. We'll have St. Mary's at Minot on Thursday. Next week, we'll have a dandy in the capital city. You're going to have Century and Bismarck High, the crosstown rivalry matchup. Or maybe that's 2 weeks from now. I can't remember. I'll look it up in between sets, but maybe we got Minot and Century next week. That's what we got.
Yeah, Tuesday.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you.
But I think we might have one Thursday as well, too.
I think we do.
1 week at a time over here.
Yep. Paintbrush shot over by Herzog. Schweitzer with a big hit. Good for Summer Schweitzer. Got one in and down there for the Saints.
This was a good rotation for St. Mary's when they started out the game. Addie came out and served very aggressively, and that one looked good too. Get Summer going, get her some kills. This is a good chance for them to rack up some points.
Dig by Donauer. at the line, overpass, sent over by Klein, and a kill for Maddie Klein. Michaela Klein. It didn't sound right when it came off my tongue. Oh, I know why it is. Maddie Klein played basketball and volleyball for Century a few years ago. Herzog, nice play. She was flying high and went to the roll shot, found the donut.
Yeah, that's a good skill to have as a hitter. You know, you come in strong with that approach, and if you could just kind of pull off and just tip it right in, you're going to get a lot of kills that way.
Todd Domries, Mackenzie Quintus, joining in tonight on the PSP Network, WDA Volleyball. This has been a rotation that has been really good for Legacy. At the net, St. Mary's has it. Cunin, back row to Sand. Dukeshire, cross-court push for McPherson. Grimm has it, back row attack for Gerving. Sand touch one, Dukeshire touch two. Rip off the antenna. And that's going to be a point for St. Mary's. As McPherson, she's had a lot of kills tonight, and that's one of the few that she hasn't gotten in.
Yeah, she really has. She's been doing pretty well about keeping the ball in the court, but that one was just a little wide.
Bartz with a tough serve. Nice dig by Sand. Herzog puts it over. Pushed back over by Klein, and it was tipped into Never Never Land.
And Klein's been able to take advantage a little bit. A couple times now in a row, Legacy has just been kind of miscommunication, out of system, and her balls have fallen.
Legacy won set one, 26-24. Now in set two, it's 16-15. Legacy on top. Gerving goes wide.
Yeah, she definitely was, her kind of pedaling backwards to get to that ball and hit it, and that's sometimes hard to keep in the court.
It's a good word, pedaling.
Yeah, was that the right word?
Yeah, it was a great description. Pedaling. It's like we're at the Tour de France. Schweitzer attacks long.
She wanted to touch on that, but I didn't see one either.
Sabers on top, 18-15 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Aaliyah McPherson serves it up. Grimm digs, Kukowski sets, Gerving runs up. Cleaned up by Dukeshire, set by Sand. Sievertson rips. Cleaned up by Bartz. Gerving tools the block.
So fun to watch her hit, and I think she saw that the Sabers were a little bit late on that block, and she went guns a-blazing and swang hard.
Nobody really able to extend a lead here in set two. It's been close throughout. Legacy's been ahead the whole time, but it's been close. Sievertson, self-defense dig by Gerving, and that's a big swing for Hallie Sievertson, the senior.
We haven't talked about her a ton tonight, but she is a lot of fun to watch hit too. She really gets up there, and there's not much to her, and she just swings so hard, and she's a good hitter.
It was certainly different for Legacy when she went down at the crossover.
Yes.
It just looked completely different. Oh, what a save by Kukowski. Klein pushes it over. Oh, and then Dukeshire mishit on the dump. She just kind of smiles like, I've done that 1,000 times, and that's the first time I've ever hit the top of the tape.
Yeah, she definitely was like, wants that one back, that's for sure. But also, she's an experienced player who she's clearly already shaken it off.
Oh, yeah. Sabers by a couple. Schumacher with a serve, almost an overpass. Dukeshire got it to Feltley. Grimm kept it alive and sent over by Schlinger. Pushed deep by the Sabers. Schlinger will bump it up. Gerving rises long.
And Legacy survived that rally, but that's the thing with St. Mary's is they get so many of those balls you think are gonna hit the ground, and all of a sudden they've got it up.
Yeah, Coach Erica Traum sees her team down 3, 20-17. Donauer knuckles it over. Gerving from the near side, jousted at the net was Dukeshire, kept alive, and you're going to get a point on a double hit for St. Mary's. Point to Legacy. Callie Donauer goes to the short serve. Gerving rips one off the top of the block.
That's a great job by Lexi. You know, she doesn't typically hit on the right side, and they know that she's their go-to girl. So she had blocks up there, but she went high hands, and she was able to get the point from it.
Yeah, she's primarily outside, and now she's right side for this rotation, and it paid off for St. Mary's. 3-point lead for Legacy. Gerving with a big serve. Tipped across by Dukeshire. Schlinger will set it up. Matea Messer. Yep.
That was nice. I like to see Matea hitting the ball.
She hit it so hard, the ball almost went underneath the bleachers. Had to be recovered by the Legacy student section.
Oh, boy.
Legacy on top by a couple. Donauer. Oh, good play. Legacy kept it alive. Messer sets it up. Kunin left-hander, and it was out. I think before Kunin even had a chance to get it.
Yeah, that one sailed a little bit. There wasn't a lot that Kunin could do, but credit to Legacy. They also kept the ball alive. I've been talking about St. Mary's defense. They had some incredible digs over on that side and kept it alive.
Legacy 22, St. Mary's 19. Saints looking for a side out as Messer drops it in. Sand cleans it up. Back row attack. Donauer. Dig by Gerving. Pushed over by Schlinger. Dukeshire comes near side. McPherson. Dig by Grimm. Kunin off the block. Legacy goes to McPherson again. Rolls it. And I think you get the freshman Schlinger in the net.
Yeah, I think so.
And Legacy nearing a set 2 Serve Pro set point. But first we get a Hub International Insurance timeout on the court. Call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Legacy 23, St. Mary's 19 in set 2 with the Sabres up 1-0.
Is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces. We will be your partner through the initial design to final construction. Trust the Ackerman Estvold team with your next project.
Ava Hansel at the service line with Legacy up 23-19. Big serve. Couldn't tell even dug that. Schumacher or Grimm. Messer tries to push it to the corner again. McPherson. St. Mary's got a piece of it. Overpass. Felkley couldn't deliver. Now to Kunin. Off the block. Oh, big dig by Sand. Now Messer got it to Donauer. Sand sets it up. McPherson pushes it across. And Kunin couldn't handle it. And now you get a Serve Pro set 2 point for Legacy. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro bringing you set point in set 2. Big serve by Hansel. Nice pass 1, pass 2, off the block. Kunin in system with the Saints. They stave off 1 set point. Does St. Mary's. (24-20) with Grace Grimm serving for St. Mary's. Donauer. Oh, Felkley ends it with a big hit for Legacy. And Legacy on top, 2-0. Saints have dug themselves a hole on their home court. In between set break here with St. Mary's falling 25-20 in set 2, and Legacy on top 2-0 here on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Hey, there's Brett Mitchell, athletic director for the Legacy Sabers. Taking over for Paul Junt. As Legacy leads 2-0, 26-24 and 25-20. And it's a recurring theme for St. Mary's. They get close, but they can't find W's right now in the WDA. And credit a good team like Legacy. They still haven't lost a set here in conference play.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's been the story of the season for St. Mary's. They're in it. They just need to find a way to get over the hump.
Served by Dukeshire, almost mishandled by the Saints. Good hustle by Gerving, but she sends it wide. Now we mentioned that upcoming schedule. Not this week. This week we still got St. Mary's at Minot volleyball on Thursday, but next week volleyball action will be a doubleheader. Minot at Century, and then on Thursday it's going to be a good one. Legacy at Bismarck. That'll be a fun one.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Legacy on top, 1-0 here in set 3. And a miss hit and an attack error there for Michaela Klein. Sabres on top, 2-0. Dukeshire went to the float and the short serve and didn't quite get enough of that one.
Nope, not quite enough. And this is a good opportunity for the Saints to get out of that rotation. When Reese is back, they're serving hard at him.
Dig by the Sabres. Oh, and there's the middle.
Yeah, that was pretty volleyball right there. That was a really good pass and a nice quick set into Brooklyn Felkley there. That's a tough one. She's a good hitter. On a quick set, it's hard to get a block up.
Oh, nice play. Summer Schweitzer finds the spot.
That was a great hit by Summer there on the right side. She was able to get it right through Legacy's block.
And St. Mary's returns the favor with a attack error. And Legacy gives it right back.
Yeah.
What happened to the serving?
They're changing it up. They've been doing a strong float. Now they're trying to practice their short serves, which if you can master those, are effective. And they'll get it, I'm sure.
Maddie Herzog denied at the net. Couple Sabers chasing for it, and then they ran into each other, and nobody could get it over on the third hit for Legacy. Dukeshire sets it up, near side rip for Hallie Sievertson into the net. An attack error for Legacy.
I think she saw an open net and got excited, and it just, sometimes that happens as a hitter. You get so excited because you've got an open net to just slam it, and unfortunately sometimes it goes in the net.
Saints by a point, 5-4. Nice spot. Herzog, cleaned up nicely by Schumacher. Dukeshire goes to the dump. Schumacher again. Saved by Messer. Gerving sends it to Sievertson. Touch one. Dukeshire touch two. Herzog blocked. And Messer has the block party. That's a solo block for a point.
Yes. Yeah, that was all Messer on that one. She did a great job getting her hands up, getting them big, and pressing over. That ball went straight down.
Served by Schumacher, and it's the Ashlyn Schumacher. A couple nice digs, and now on a service ace. And St. Mary's has stacked a few here, Mackenzie.
2 in a row for her. Like you said, she has had some really good digs, and sometimes that's like an adrenaline boost, and then you get back on the service line, and it's like just a little bit of confidence. You're going to serve it hard, and she has two aces right in a row.
And now Legacy sends one wide. Saints on top, 9-4 here in set 3. This has been St. Mary's MO against good teams. Bismarck High, Jamestown, they got down 2-0, and they found a way to win set 3.
Yep.
McPherson, good hit. Nice dig again by Schumacher. Schlinger sends over a free ball. Set by Dukeshire. Back hit and in. Klein finds the line. And an ace. You know, the combination tonight of Donauer's had some good sets, or serves, I beg your pardon. McPherson, Dukeshire, Sand has had moments at the service line. Legacy's been serving the ball really good tonight.
They're a great serving team, and aside from those couple that we saw, you know, those short serves that they were trying to get in, they've been aggressive, and they haven't made a lot of errors on the service line.
Well, on the block went in for Legacy. Schlinger sets it up. Gerving from the near side. Dukeshire comes back to Sievertson. Blocked by Schlinger. She has it. Jen Asta looking for the off the antenna. No call, and it results in a kill for Lexi Gerving.
Yeah, Lexi did a really good job. She went up there as if she was going to hit, and she did a real strong tip over. But I'd like to bring it back to Sophia's block there. She was up and she was strong, but that hit was very strong and came into her hands, and she did a really good job of digging it out of her block. It's not easy to do.
Klein, check that. Herzog got some of the net. Kunin tools the block. I get Legacy up 2-0. St. Mary's here in set 3 leads 11-7, I beg your pardon. Sand will flat-foot it over. Backslide for Messer and get a double hit. St. Mary's by 3. Check that. Yeah, St. Mary's by 3. Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State, proud sponsor of the night's game. Schlinger has to bump set that one. Messer goes short. Herzog has it. McPherson off the block. Couple Saints hustling. Sent over by Kunin. Dukeshire dumps it. Cleaned up by Schumacher. Grimm with a free ball over for Legacy. McPherson, I couldn't tell if that was blocked by Schumacher and Messer or if it was into the tape.
I think it might have been into the tape, but St. Mary's, great job staying alive on that one. There was kind of a lot of out of system there, but keep the ball going over the net, you're going to stay alive, and sometimes you win the rallies.
St. Mary's by 4. 12-8 here in set 3. Looking to get it to a 4th set is St. Mary's. Saints have a chance. Middle slides behind in Schweitzer. Nice dig by Donauer. Schlinger has it. Goes to the middle. Schweitzer again. And a point. The block was not well formed for Legacy.
Yeah, you're right. Summer went up strong, and Legacy went up a single block, and she just didn't quite have the strength on that one to push it back over.
Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics. Financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level at Prestwich Orthodontics. St. Mary's by 5. Kunin has a chance, goes cross court. Nice dig by Hansel. Roll shot from McPherson. Tight set. Schlinger bumps it over. Donauer, the one-handed save. Pushed over. No, it didn't get over as Herzog and Schweitzer jousted it, but it was a point for St. Mary's.
I think they got Legacy in the net on that one.
Now you get the substitution in that isn't a timeout, but you get Caitlin Kraft, the junior, in for Legacy. Coach Astel's been around the block a time or two. She knows how to use timeouts that really aren't timeouts.
Oh yeah, she knows all the tricks.
14-8, St. Mary's on top. Ooh, big hit there, McPherson. Nice dig by Grimm. Tight set, however. Been a few of those tonight, hasn't there, Mackenzie?
Yeah, and you know, as sometimes those passes that come at you and they're sky high, it comes down and it's just sometimes hard to get a clean connection on the set with that.
Caitlin Kraft with the serve. Schweitzer, kind of sidewinding shot for the point.
Yeah, she's done that a couple times, and this time she was able to really use the block on that. There was a single block, and she was able to tool it right off.
That's tonight's game also brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Kukowski, right-handed serve. Felkley off the back set from Dukeshire. Gerving has to bump it over. Dukeshire sets it up. McPherson off the block. Just a single block there for the Saints, and McPherson took advantage.
Yeah, she is a good enough hitter that she knows if she has one block up, she's going to take her chances and swing hard, and likely it's going to go off.
Saints by 5, 15-10. Dukeshire, that knuckleball serve. Got into Grimm. Kunin, miss hit. Point for Legacy, and this is where Legacy has done some damage tonight, is with Reese Dukeshire at the service line.
Yep, she's such a good server, and it's just, this rotation is just hard for St. Mary's to get out of.
Kukowski goes back row to Gerving, who rolls it nicely into the donut.
And that'll work for them. And like we've said before, sometimes if you get a server back there that gets hot, you are so relieved as a volleyball player. Okay, we got out of that rotation. She's not going to be at the service line again for another 5 rotations.
It's kind of like you take a little breath, like,
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, it's like, okay, we got through that one, now let's go score a bunch of points.
Barch for the serve. Klein, the dig by Barch. Gerving pushes it in the middle again. Dukeshire goes back row. Grimm sets it up. Klein couldn't get it to Gerving. As St. Mary's, this is a good spot for that push shot by Legacy.
You know, it really is, because as you can see on that one, the libero came over for it, and Addie Kukowski was, you know, doing a good job, because you want to play defense first as a setter, but if your libero's there to take it, let her take it so that you can get in transition to take the set.
Gerving hard off the block. Back row for McPherson. Schweitzer got a piece of it, but it found the court.
Right in that corner we were just talking about, ironically.
What a nice night for Aaliyah McPherson. She may be my leading candidate so far for your player of the game.
Yeah, she's had a good game. She's fun to watch.
Overpass, and Feltley's not going to miss those.
No, definitely not. That's almost a slam dunk for her, right?
No pun intended for the All-State basketball player. McPherson has made it 16-14 in favor of St. Mary's. Barch goes to Schweitzer. Big hit. And it sails into the stands here at St. Mary's.
And that's another kill for Summer Schweitzer on the right side there. She's had a couple tonight.
Yeah, she's come alive here in the third set. Has the senior Summer Schweitzer. Now she's at the service line with her team up 3. 17-14, Saints on top. Set, Felkley. Oh, the little quick hitter right on the money by Dukeshire, and Felkley put it home.
Yeah, that was a great connection, and you know, playing defense against that, that's a great hit. You need to just shake it off and on to the next point.
Saints looking to extend it here with Legacy on top 2-0 here in set 3. St. Mary's on top 17-15. Brooklyn Sand with the serve. Gerving, big hit. Sand got a piece of it. Can't be saved, however, by Sievertson and Klein for Legacy.
You know, Lexi Gervin, we talked about how powerful she is from the outside, but that's the second time I've noticed tonight she's able to hit in the middle. And she's so fun to watch come in, and she just jumps so high and swings so hard.
18-15, Saints on top. Severson, now a couple Legacy Sabers give a free ball to St. Mary's. Gerving again tips it, saved nicely and pushed over. St. Mary's scrambling. Not quite circus ball, but it's close.
It's close.
Sievertson tools the block. All right, so here's my story. Mickey Jordan and I both hail from Cavalier County, way up in the northeast part of North Dakota. And recently we just found out that we were both have something in common. We're both in the North Dakota High School or North Dakota Amateur Basketball Hall of Fame, and we're the only two from our county. As he was from Hannah originally, now he's from Langdon. So
oh my gosh,
that's our story.
Well, I didn't know I was in the presence of royalty for Cavalier County basketball royalty.
I don't know about that, but.
And this is his granddaughter at the service line, right?
Yes, it is. I don't even know if Mickey knows that. I might have to say something to him.
I think you should.
Oh, McPherson again. And here comes Legacy. And you get a timeout by Erica Traum, brought to you tonight by Hub International Insurance. They're located at 4204 Boulder Ridge in northwest Bismarck. St. Mary's and Legacy knotted up at 18. Big one brewing here in set 3 with the Sabers up 2-0.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. NODAC Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, I got caught in a break there. It sometimes happens. You missed a kill by Matea Messer to give St. Mary's a lead of 19-18. Oh, and just long for the Saints. Service error. Ties it up at 19. Boy, these sets have been close.
They've been very close, which has been so fun. This has been a really fun game to watch. You know, a lot of long rallies and some really hard hits.
Ava Hansel takes a deep breath, serves it up. Schumacher pushes it. Gerving from the back row into the net. Legacy extends a lead to 20-19. Sabres looking to close it out with a sweep. Saints trying to take the first set away from Legacy in conference play. Schumacher puts it up by the net, tipped over by Schlinger. Schumacher again, this time Kunin hits it hard. Nice dig by Legacy's Hansel. Messer blocked away. Kunin rolls it over. Set by Hansel. Ducher. McPherson cuts it in.
Oh, wow. That was a nice hit. Oh, they changed the call.
Oh, the line judge said in. The top judge said out, I think.
Yep, I think you're right.
Yep. That's why they get paid the big bucks, because they can overrule it.
That's right.
And we're tied at 20. I think
checking the rotation.
And Coach Astle takes a quick look at her group and says, hey, come on over. We'll get the timeout that isn't the timeout.
Yep, like I said, she knows all the tricks.
Yep. 20-20 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Grace Grimm, right-handed serve for St. Mary's. Donauer, nice first pass. Ducher sets it up. McPherson again. And again, and again, it's been McPherson tonight.
Yes, that was a great pass by Donauer, and they went right back out to Aaliyah. You know, sometimes when you have a call that's changed and stuff, it's so great to go right back to that hitter, because they just want that. They want to put it down and really show that, yes, I can hit it in.
Caitlin Kraft gives a point right back to St. Mary's on the service error, and we're tied at 21. Could it be another set with extra points?
You got it right the last time you questioned that.
Yep. Addie Kukowski, the senior. Big serve. Got into the body of Hansel. Couldn't be saved by Sand, and that's a timely ace for the Saints. St. Mary's up 22-21. Another nice serve by Addie. Backslide for Felkley, couldn't get it over. And the Saints have stacked a couple here late in set 3.
Addie's done a good job on the service line for the Saints. She's just got a couple of aces, but she's been very consistent as well. She hasn't missed many. They do really good on this rotation.
And you get a Hub International Insurance timeout on the court. They're a leading North American insurance brokerage. Saints 23, Sabres 21. Back with the finish of set 3 after this break on the PSP Network. Two experienced teams doing battle here. St. Mary's with 6 seniors on their roster. Legacy with 8. Legacy might have more seniors than anybody in the conference.
Yeah, that's a lot of seniors.
With 8, yep.
You know, and that's something to say for that program too. Is like, you know, you only have 6 players on the court, so even if all of them are seniors, you still have 2 seniors on the bench. And for them to want to be a part of the program and keep playing is awesome.
Served by Kukowski. McPherson, one more time. Every time Legacy's needed a big play, they have gone to the senior, Aaliyah McPherson, tonight.
And that was a great changeup for her. She's been swinging really hard tonight, and just by that changeup and rolling it in, she caught St. Mary's on their heels.
23-22, St. Mary's on top by a point. Dukeshire, Kuna with a nice dig. Schweitzer blocked. We're tied at 23. St. Mary's and Legacy knotted up again. And there's that Dukeshire rotation at the service line. Rips it over. Graham can handle it. Ace for Legacy. And now you get a Serve Pro set point. Matter of fact, it's a match point brought to you by Serve Pro. But first, Legacy, actually St. Mary's, wants timeout. Brought to you again by Hub International Insurance. Serve Pro set point and match point coming up. When we come back, BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Legacy 24, St. Mary's 23 here in set 3.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Oh, the Saints have been close every set. Legacy's closed the door every time. Serve Pro set and match point here. Reese Dukeshire with a serve and a free ball. Set up to Dukeshire. Middle swing for Falkley. Got it again. That's money ball.
Yep, that was an unfortunate rotation for St. Mary's to end on because Reese is so strong back there, and they took advantage to get a free ball. We're going to go quick to Brooklyn, and she's going to put it down.
And that'll send us into our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up. Get a word with head coach Jen Astle and a player interview when we come back. Legacy wins this 3-0, 25-23 in set 3. And we're back with our post game after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
All right, back in our planning team, financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game, Jen Astle. Boy, those were 3 quality games right there, and it seemingly was 25-23, 20-20, and your team found a way tonight and got the sweep.
Yeah, you know, kind of talked before the match. It's homecoming week for us, so, you know, our heads are kind of all over the place, and we knew that it would be something that to find our focus would be difficult, and I'm glad that we did pull that out there. Hats off to St. Mary's, man, they played some good defense. They really ran down balls and just really didn't ever give up on them.
And the balance, again, I think, for your team tonight showed through. I mean, obviously McPherson had a great game, but Felkley from their middle spot and others contributed as well.
Yeah, that is the key, just remembering that we have a very balanced attack across the net and find ways to get all of our hitters involved and open that net up for everyone.
And now you get to kind of turn the attention to a big game coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, everybody loves a good crosstown rival, right? Everybody loves to play Bismarck High and Century High, and again, it's home. We have a great crowd at home, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Good win tonight.
Thanks.
That's Jen Astle. We'll bring in Aaliyah McPherson here. Nice game tonight, Aaliyah. I don't know what was all working, but it seemed like just about everything was working for you tonight. As you got a lot of nice balls and you delivered a lot of kills tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was a big team effort in the end. The second and third set was very important, and I thought we did the little things to overcome the win, and I thought we just really, just overcame the first set because we started off really slow and stuff. So,
you know, and speaking of starting slow, the crossover probably didn't go exactly how you guys thought it would, but now you're rolling. I mean, you haven't lost a set in conference play. What's clicking?
I don't know, like I said, like the little things on the court, like we know, like obviously maybe skill-wise we're not like really on top, but I mean, we stick together and just do the little things on the court to overcome the wins and stuff.
And 8 seniors. How close a group is that?
We're all honestly best friends, so it's really nice. We all click on the court very well, and we just work really well together.
Great game tonight, Aaliyah.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Aaliyah McPherson. More of our Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show after this break on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Yep, I have Helsley on game 2 actually.
Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Or no, yeah, I was set 3.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Yeah, maybe it was set three.
Less
I had her at least
more
on one of
door.
them because I remember it was like the end of the
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid fade with the textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
She might have.
What's the move? It's not just all about hard work.
Hit on. 7,
Sounds good.
pressure, point, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Yes.
Here.
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Final score from St. Mary's tonight. I wonder if I had the right mute button on a second ago. You probably heard everything that we were just talking about, but it's our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame. Now you don't even need to stick around because you know exactly what we're going to call on all these. Todd Domries, Mackenzie Quintus back at St. Mary's as Legacy, a hard-fought sweep tonight as every game was close. 26-24, 25-20, and 25-23. The Sabers unblemished in conference play as they are now 3-0 in conference play. St. Mary's falls to 0-5, but hey, better things are ahead for St. Mary's. I just got a feeling that they're going to find some W's and they'll be battle-tested and ready to go by the time we get to the second half of the season.
Yeah, you're right. And you made a good point at the beginning of the show tonight. They've had some really tough teams right at the beginning of their season, and they're sticking with them. They, just get a little confidence in these next few games, hopefully. Come around for the second half, they might be taking the wins from these big teams.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of, last year we mentioned it was October until they found a way to win above somebody in the, a win against somebody above them in the standings, and maybe it'll happen again for St. Mary's a little bit later on. All right, it's our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. You can visit them online at planningteam.com, and Shots Crossroads. Get filled up in their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Now we'll get to our schedule and our upcoming action here on the PSP Network in just a second, but first it's our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. And we're going with the closer tonight.
Yeah. In
set 1 and set 3, it was the 6'3" junior middle, Brooklyn Felkley.
Yeah, I for sure on game 3 I had written down because I was like, wow, that was a great hit. She came around the setter onto the right side and just put it away, and game over.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the exact same way set 1 ended too.
You're probably right.
In overtime, as it was a quick set again to Brooklyn Felkley, and she gets those middles on time and she delivers them, and that's your move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Your Jobbers move of the game. The match-clinching play in set 3 for Brooklyn Felkley. All right, here is that aforementioned upcoming schedule. As, of course, you had soccer tonight, Jamestown at Minot. Thursday night, we're back on the air for volleyball action from the Magic City of Minot, St. Mary's and Minot. Then doubleheader football action from the Community Bowl on Friday nights. That'll be Bismarck High and Legacy. And from the Sanford Sports Complex, Minot is in town to take on the Century Patriots. Minot and Century, Bismarck and Legacy on Friday night. Football action here as the halfway point in the season gets closer and closer in the football campaign. All right, last thing we have to do here, it's our MVP of the contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. You can check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And hey, you heard from her. We've highlighted her in the pregame that Aaliyah McPherson just finds a way to make plays, and man, she made a bunch of them tonight.
She sure did. She had a great game tonight, and I love watching her play. She's a great player for the Sabres. I remember watching her play last year as a junior. She would come in a little bit in the back row, and she's really put in a lot of work, and she's coming out as a senior and slamming the ball.
Did it in the back row tonight. Some nice digs. Did it from the service line tonight. Had 13 kills to seal the deal tonight for the Legacy Sabres. The senior Aaliyah McPherson is your Sport Clips MVP. Go to Sport Clips. They make you feel like an MVP with their haircut experience. And tonight's Sport Clips game MVP is the senior Aaliyah McPherson. All right. That'll about do it. I mean, we got a lot of good volleyball coming up. I mean, and exciting matchups highlighted later this week. We got Minot and Century, and then of course next week you got a couple of big ones, Legacy and Bismarck High, among other games that should be fun here on the PSP Network. All right, that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank for bringing you our scoreboard. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings you our pregame. Our timeout sponsor is Hub International Insurance. Our Serve Pro set and match points brought to you tonight, as always, by Serve Pro. And our postgame, as always, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. And within that, our Sport Clips Player of the Game and our Move of the Game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Thanks to our executive producer tonight. That was Nick Holberg up in the Magic City of Minot. For our camera operators tonight, John Haugen, and our freshman camera operator tonight, Anthony Vetter. Well done, one and all. For my partner tonight, Mackenzie Quintus. Todd Domries repeating your final scores. Legacy has a sweep, 3-0 over St. Mary's, 26-24, 25-20, and 25-23 are your set finals tonight. That'll do it for us. Until next time, thanks for joining us from St. Mary's Central High School.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a Sport Clip stylist.
Here.
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.